All right. Welcome back, everybody. We're in the series of how we're rebuilding our Dinghy website. We already shared 2 videos. We're currently in the process of setting up the content management system with Sanity. If you watched the videos before, you can find them on my profile. Then you know that we're structuring our content in the most reusable way possible. And I have something for you today that I think will illustrate the benefits quite well, that I wanted to share with you quickly. It's going to involve a text editor to code something, but don't worry, it's going to be light, and I'll try to be quick. So I'm in the process of showcasing our previous projects on our website. And as part of our new website design, we have this beautiful layout over here that I'm gonna implement today and in the next days. And as we can see, there are a couple distinguishing pieces of content. Of course, there's a headline, there's a bunch of tags over here, intro, there's a logo of the client, we have like a key visual and like a supporting one over here. Then we have like a little bit of text that tells you about what happened during the project, couple facts here on the right side, tools we use, duration, team, like hard facts like that. Then something that I really like, the project outcomes from a business perspective. So what happened? Why did it help the client? And we can already see it's like 1, 2, 3 in the same format. Each has an icon, title, text that reeks like structured content. Then we have a testimonial over here. And then we have like a scrolling carousel of deliverables over here. And each of those have like a similar structure. And I mean, that's like a very standard case, right? For a website. I mean, content usually has like a similar structure if it's of a similar type. And that's the same thing for projects right here. So if we look at that from a content perspective, so we're in Notion here. And the team collected the content on Notion instead of putting it all on Figma, because then we have to export all of the visuals again. And yeah, so we just came up with like a quick Notion collection to record this content to then be able to put it on the website. And I'm here today to tell you that we decided to not even use Notion for something like this in the future anymore, because this is like putting your groceries in the shopping cart just to put them in your car again. Like, if we can cut out this middle piece in the process, we'll just be quicker. And so if we look at this Notion doc, like, it has a title, and then it's not structured per se, right? Like, everything that is a headline in here, like tags, logo, cover, summary, project details, additional visual, this and that, each of those, that's just a headline in Notion. Notion doesn't know that this piece of content belongs together, or what it is, or that it's called project outcomes. The most structured thing in this Notion document is, in fact, a table of deliverables which is like sub-documents in Notion, where you can open it, and then it has a headline, it has a tag that's kind of structured, right? Like, it knows content strategy is a tag over here. Then we have one piece of copy text and one image. So if we were creative enough to use the Notion API, then for one deliverable, we could use this as structured content. But for the rest of it, it's just not structured. Like, all of the documents look the same, of course, but that's just for us humans to know. And so to translate this over to Sanity's structured content, I prepared a little something. So we look in the browser, we have a new collection over here. It's called Projects, and we have none of them in here right now. And the only thing that I did up till now is in my project file, over here is that I gave it a name, project, and I gave it like the standard fields that we always have, like the meta fields, a slug field. And what that means is we'll always have a title and a description for SEO reasons. We all have also always have like a share image, the stuff that unfurls on LinkedIn and Slack and so on. And then there's a URL, of course. And so what we need now is the fields that go below here. And I just wanted to show you quickly in this video how easy it is to make these sort of documents that we then can use in the future, and where also non-technical team members here at Dinghy can, instead of going to Notion, can just go to Sanity, you know, and if we have like a new project that we want to feature, they can just put the content in here right away. Like it doesn't even have to show up on the website until it's ready, of course. But so let's close this down and let's start with a bunch of fields over here. So we know we need a headline and a text, right? So we'll just go here into the fields. Let's make this a little bit prettier. Tack, tack, tack. Like that. Push this over here. And so we'll just open like a curly braces over here. GitHub Copilot is already suggesting me stuff. So name, let's call it headline, I guess. So it's a string, it's just text, yep, and headline. And that's it. Like this thing already, if we go over here, this reloads and I have a headline field. And so I can just go in and say, you know, grab this, yank it in here, and have a headline field. And so this is complaining now that I don't have a slug. So let's give it a title, you know, fill this out for SEO reasons in the future. Please mark this with pointy brackets just for authors to know that this is not done yet. And generate a slug for us. And let's take out the S over here, relaunch, relayer, corporate website. Relayer website. That's a nice slug. And we have our headline. And that's very cool. So what we need now is another intro paragraph. And now that I think about it, instead of doing this, we actually have like a pre-made thing that we always use that we call intro field. And that is like a headline, sub-headline, intro text. So let's just use that and in fact call it intro. So I hope this works now. We go over here. So this is like it's just complaining that we don't have the field named as we did before. But so as we can see now, we have 3 fields that are grouped together into intro. And this is exactly what we want. So we don't need a subheadline, but we do need the intro text. So that can go here. And that's super awesome that we can just have the same structure for all of our intro fields throughout the website, just as easy as this. And the next thing is maybe a little bit more interesting in the realm of structured content, and that is this tags bit. So as you may have seen in a previous video, we do have a collection of tags already over here. We use them on blog posts, right? So a blog post can have tags 1, 2, 3 over here, as many as it likes. And also on our tech stack page, for example. So we have like a list of all the software tools we use here at Dinghy, and they in turn are in a collection and use tags. And so we want to make sure that we use the same tag collection for everything. So instead of giving this like a regular text field to add like the tag, I want to make sure that we're reusing the ones we have. And so in this case, lazy developers can just go into the document that defines a blog post, and we can see here's our definition for the tags. So let's grab that and yank that in here. It's just called tags. Title is also tags. It's of type array because we can have more than one. And then this is the magic. It says type reference. So that's where it references onto another document of type tag. And we can just save this, go into our project, look at the untitled thing, and then we have our tags field here. That's amazing. So what do we want to do? Branding, user testing, website architecture. All right. Let's see. Do we have branding? We don't have branding. So let's create branding real quick. Branding. Yep. Publish that tag. And so what I did here is I just created it in place. But what actually happened is when I clicked on create new, it opens it in the side panel. But that's just for convenience. So if we go into tags, we can see here's our brand new tag. It just did it for us because it's very convenient to do it that way. And so this is the process that I'm continuing now for all the other fields. And I'm not going to take you through the entire thing, but you know, we can do like another quick one. We call it cover image, type image, hit save, go back to the project right here, and we can see intro, tags, and cover image. And now I can just go here, download this thing, whoop, just like that, and I'll drag this from off the screen mysteriously, just here, yup, and just upload it there. And then we have it in the original resolution. That's also important. You can upload the biggest file, 20 megapixels, whatever. You can just upload it here and know that you can now draw any derived resolution from this image. And we don't have to upload 7 different formatted images here. We can just take the original one and get it out of Sanity in different formats. And I think this is super amazing, and I'm looking forward to our workflow without this additional piece of putting content on Notion to hand that over to the developers who can then put it on the website. We'll just cut out this middleman step, you know, and put it onto the content management system immediately. And until you hit publish, it's not even going to show up on the website. You can just always come back and continue working on your project in this case until you're done, and then it's online immediately. And I think that's just fantastic. Like, I'm looking forward to doing this whenever we want to feature this project on LinkedIn or whatever. We can just get the content from here, put it in a post, maybe even do it automatically through their API, and we just do it once in one place, and that's amazing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.